Hello, this is Jamerica5288, and how are you doing today? I hope everything is great for you. It's a wonderful day to plant something. And I checked my mailbox, and I got some more seed in. Excuse me. From Baker's Creek. I ordered these a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, oh man, I hope they come in. So my allergies are messing with me. I've been outside planting stuff. That's how I got this pallet open. So I got some atomic orange corn. I've never seen this before, so I'm gonna try it. Then I got some Cushaw. I saw this on Homestead Heart, and I'm pretty sure she's sold out now, so I'm ordering some. I ordered some. Then I got some more asparagus. My asparagus is coming up out there. It's not big enough for me to put it in the ground. My mother loves this stuff. This is called broccoli rabe. That's what she calls it. They call it Chinese broccoli. And then they gave me a free package of wasabi. Japanese wasabi. I like wasabi. I'll do that. So the only thing I have left from a couple of weeks ago left to plant is these asparagus, rooted asparagus, and I need to get them in the ground soon. They're still viable. I see them. I'll get them in the ground today. So today I put some sunflowers in the ground, some sunflowers that I sprouted. So they were about that big. I put them in. They didn't take long to come up at all. I mean, planting seeds is the easiest thing. I am not going to go to Lowe's and Home Depot. I looked at those prices. I almost had a heart attack. They're too expensive. But if you don't have the time, it's cheaper than, some of them are cheaper than you just buying the groceries at the store. So the first thing I am going to put in is this Cushaw. That's the first thing. Some of these ain't got enough dirt in it. I thought I put enough dirt in it, but apparently not. All right, now I'm making a mess. So Cushaw, just got them in. It says direct seed or set out transplant after frost date. Do not let transplant become root bound. Do not disturb roots while transplanting. Needs rich soil. Harvest when rind becomes very hard. Maybe this is the one I'll put in one of them big old planters, because it sounds like it's like the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the broccoli rabe. So they call it Chinese broccoli. Mommy calls it mommy. My mother calls it broccoli rabe. It's a looser version of broccoli, and it's not. It tastes better actually. She always she's in love with this stuff, so I'll plant it because she likes it. So I'm gonna put 2 seeds in each compartment. I ain't using up all my seeds this time. I had to wait on these bad boys. All right, let me see what I got here. See, my hands are really dirty. I'm gonna get 2 seeds. 1, 2. Is that another seed? Here we go again. Double my chances of them coming up. They should come up. They're fresh seeds, and I didn't get that in the hole. Here it is. There it is. All right. Put 2 seeds in this one. 1, 2. This one. 1, 2. This one. 1, 2. This one. 1, 2. All right, keep on going, girl. We on a roll, slow and steady. That's my plan. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't know about you all, but I can't afford to keep buying these transplants. They're too expensive, and sometimes they don't make it either. At least with the seed, I know I have 100 chances. My probability of me getting a harvest or getting a plant out of that is higher because I get, how many seeds are in here? Doesn't say, but it's about 100. About 100 seeds in this thing. So I got this roll with broccoli rabe. Let me put this near here so I'll remember. So let's go on and get this corn. Oh, I love corn. My corn is coming up right now, and I got them chickens, so I need corn. That's why I planted the sunflowers. I'm gonna put some more sunflowers out there. I ain't buying that stuff. I am not. Sunflowers, you know, I know that they dwarf if you don't put them in a place where they can spread their roots out. Last year I had sunflowers this little, because they were still in a little planter. I never transplanted them. By the time I realized what was happening, it was too late. The flower had already came out. I was like, I've never seen this happen before. And I planted sunflowers before. They were the skimpiest ones I've ever seen. So I'm only gonna put one seed. These are huge seeds. Look, these kernels are huge. But y'all know that, it's corn. So I'm gonna put one in each slot. Yes, I am. I'm so happy. Happy. They came in. Man, I almost skipped back home. We have to go to our mailbox. Our mailbox isn't in front of our house. I don't know who came up with that thing, but they weren't really thinking about the people who live in these subdivisions. All right, so my corn is right here. Let me close that back up. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8 corns. And then, which one should I do? The asparagus or the radishes, the wasabi? I think I have asparagus already out, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the wasabi. Hot thing, barely 21, hot thing, looking for big fun. Y'all know who that is. Bad boy. I can still see him on stage. He was so cute. We were in love with it. It was between him and Michael Jackson. Prince and Michael Jackson. Or the artist formerly known as Prince. I don't know what his name is now, but yeah, him, we would argue over who was better when we were kids. So that's 2. I'm gonna put that in. Oh, that's 3. Oh no, that's 2 because I just lost one. I don't know where it went. I am learning to value my seeds, especially. I mean, I have seen YouTubers start to complain about how much the starts are costing. So it's not just me. I was like, what? $4 or $5 for a start at Lowe's and Home Depot. Not Jamaica, not me. All right, I put 2 in here. So that's the wasabi. I was like, at that point, especially if you're buying something like cabbage, cabbage is a one of. I ain't buying no cabbage starch. You gotta be out of your mind. So this thing is done. So we have our Chinese broccoli rabe. We have 2 rows of broccoli rabe, 2 rows of corn, and 1 wasabi. 1 row of wasabi. And everything has 2 seeds in it with the exception of the corn, which is right here. So all I have left is this kusha. I've never eaten this thing. I've never heard of it until the Homestead Heart started talking about it, and her and her husband were like harvesting, like they had them all over their kitchen. They were everywhere. I don't want that many. So I'm gonna plant a couple of these, and I'm pretty sure I'll like it. It looks like it's a squash. So theirs were huge. So I'm gonna plant this, and I don't know, I might plant some asparagus. So I'll be right back with you. And then after I finish planting all this stuff out, we're gonna go outside and you're gonna see what I put in the ground, okay? Just a second. Okay, I got it together now. So I went and got some more planters. I put some dirt in it, and I marked the seeds that I just planted. So because this has been sitting around for a couple of weeks, I'm gonna put this in one of these planters because I haven't decided where I want it. And asparagus, I got this for $3.24 at Walmart. Asparagus is a perennial. So what they say you're supposed to do is make mounds, right? And you take your asparagus, if you could open the bag. Oh, I made a mess. It's all right. It's all right. Don't get upset. Everything's fine. I hope I didn't wait too long. No, they're still alive. Thank goodness. So when you open the bag, there's gonna be some mulchy looking material in there. I'm just gonna throw that in there. Sure, there's not a lot of value in that. It's just to keep it moist. And some of it is already sprouting, as you see that right there? That's a piece of asparagus, and they hold it together they hold the roots together with rubber bands. So you're gonna wanna have one on the bottom, and then you're gonna have one on the top. I'm trying not to make a mess. I guess I'm gonna have to mop the floor tonight because I got stuff all over the place. And there's supposed to be 4 root balls in here. So let me see. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. So they were right. He gave me 4. So I'm gonna try to spread these out as much as I can and get the part that, let me move this out of the way so y'all can see. Make sure I don't throw it on the floor. Now this is the backfill dirt. So I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna break it down so that you're not gonna see me, you're just gonna see the planter. So I'm taking the root and I'm spreading it out as much as possible. They're really dry too. I waited almost too late. And I'm gonna take another one. I'm gonna put that one in and I'm gonna put him facing up and try to spread out his roots. I'm gonna take the third one. Oh, these 3 looked all right, but this one looked like it's struggling. Take the third one, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna spread the roots out. And you see I'm gearing them to the edge of the pot because it's a stackable pot. And I want them to come up and be healthy. I want you to live. I want you to live. So what I'm doing is I'm just backfilling it with the soil that I got from outside. My recycled soil. Gosh, I gotta make sure I don't damage it. Put some under there. I'll bring you back so you can see everything that's going on. How about that? How about that, Jamerica? Why don't you just fix the camera so everyone can see? This stuff is so simple. So simple. Seeds are even easier. It's actually more work. You're working with these already rooted crops. And sometimes you get one like this that, you know, it may not make it. It looks like it wants to start though. I take that back. It's just thinner than the other 2, than the other 3. So I'm covering them up, making sure they got plenty of soil. To get them on their way. I never knew asparagus was a perennial. I would have planted it years ago when I had a lot of room, when I was, you know, dreaming about what the garden was gonna look like. I would have incorporated that more instead of planting other perennials. I would have put more of these in. But this is just a temporary space for this asparagus. I'm gonna find a place in the garden for it, but right now I don't know. I'm too busy trying to get the seedlings and the quick crops. But this will go on the ground. It will go on the ground eventually. I'm sure get some in the middle. Okay, now that I have effectively made a mess, but I got it done. So my asparagus is done. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. Tuck it right there. All right. Asparagus is done, and asparagus has made a mess, or Jamerica has made a mess. And there's identifier. I'll cut that down later on. Just have way too many seeds and plants out right now. So I have one asparagus left. And you know what? He's gonna get his own individual pot. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to find a smaller pot for him, but if not, he's gonna be in this one alone with plenty of space for him to grow. And look at that, he's sprouting. Look at that. See that? Right there, the white, he's sprouting, he's alive. I'll be right back. So I got some more soil, and because it has long roots, I'm gonna put him in a taller pot. So they say to make a mound like this, make a hill, and then try to spread the roots out without breaking any off. So I'm trying to be as delicate as possible. Get him in there. Then start backfilling. There we are, that one is done. So I have all my asparagus done. Moving on. Try to get some of this dirt off the table, huh? I don't know why I got a glass table. I got another dining room set, but this one is trash. Actually, this one was the one that I've had for years and years and years, and I can't part with it. Can't do it. I don't want anything new. I like it just the way it is. But I use it for everything. I never eat in this thing. So let's go back so y'all can see me and the pot. Okay. All right, so I'm back with the planter. Move these out of the way so y'all can see. So now I'm gonna do my squash, the green striped cushaw. I would have never known. I would have called it, well, I would have called it cushaw. I would have never known. I'd never heard of this before till I saw them with their abundance on YouTube. See what these seeds look. Oh, they're big. They're like pumpkin seeds. How many do I have? Okay, I'm gonna put 2 in each compartment. Should I put 2? How many seeds do I have in there? I'm gonna put 1 in each compartment. So 1 goes here. Being cheap. We'll see if they look like they look juicy, so they're probably gonna come up. 1 cushaw done. Y'all can't see me acting silly. Count Dracula. Okay, so 1 cushaw in. On the ground you go. Next one. See, you know, oh, that's a centipede, okay. I don't know what's in my yard. I can't put my chihuahua in his little kennel because the ants have taken over. So I put bleach out, but they keep on doing new trails. I'm gonna have to go and get some. I think I have some insecticide that I can spray that is pet friendly. I'm gonna kill my dogs trying to kill these ants. And there are fire ants, so they will. Man, that's a centipede. Hope he don't bite me. He looks mad too. I have an extra one, an extra Kushar seed, and it's already wet. So I'm gonna put you in here too. Right there next to the centipede. Why would I pick that compartment? He's already angry. He's like, you dug me out of the tote. I was nice and comfortable in that wet tote full of moisture. And here you come. Here you come. Look at this. I had everything in there. You know what that is? That's a part of the lime tree where it got all kind of thorns in it. Put this to the side. Okay, Kushal, I'm done with you. Well, I'm not done with you, but. All right, more asparagus. This is called Mary Washington asparagus. And all of these are heirloom. That's wonderful. Wonderful. In my dirty hands. Let me see how these seeds look. They're big enough. Big enough for me to see. So, is that a mosquito? Shoot. All right, I'm gonna put 2 asparagus per hole. I gotta start doing this with the pencil. So, I got 1 there. 1 there. 1 there, 1 there. 1 there, and 1 there. I hope. Yes, in there, I see it. Okay, and I got 3 over here. I'm gonna put 1 in the center for good measure. So I have 4, oh, I have 2, 4, 6, 7 planted. Can't count. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep on going. Our mother would not be proud. Oh, that's a worm. Okay. Better than a centipede. And there's a red ant. Lord have mercy on me. Kill it. Y'all didn't see that. I'm a murderer. A murderer. All right. So that's done. So let me show you what I did with the other ones. So that right there, I put color sticks next to it, and I'm gonna find a piece of tape, and I'll mark those later. So, time to go outside and see what Jamerica has done out there today. You won't see anything but dirt because I did onions and then I did some sunflower seedlings. So you see the sunflower seedlings, but you will not see the onions. And then the rabbits ate up some of my crops already, some of my seedlings. I'm a little upset about that, but what can you do? See you in a second. We're gonna be outside. I ain't gonna even wash my hands. We're gonna go out there, we're gonna look, and we're gonna come back in, and we're gonna say, you know, our goodbyes for this time, you know, because you need to come back over and over again. I'll stop talking. Meet you outside. So here I am in the Wild Wild West. Remember those beans I snapped the other day when I was trying to plant them? Well, I planted 4 more and they're already up. This is why I say you can plant your own seedling. I planted these, I think, last week, and they're already here. Look at that. Look at that. So let's walk over here. Let's walk. So here, see those? Those are my sunflowers. I just put those out a minute ago. I put those out yesterday. But I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. I'm gonna plant more and I'm gonna start putting them along the fence. I know they need sun, so I'll do my best. I will do my best. And today, this patch right here, these are onions. I put these out, the one that has broken ground right here, and I just took some signs. My neighbor was running for city council, so she gave me some of her signposts that she had left over, And these are the ones that I planted, the onions I planted about a week or so ago. They're coming up. See them? See them in all their glory? And that's just grass. And here are the string beans that I planted a couple of weeks ago, the ones that I broke off. So let's go back inside. Oh, one more thing. I don't know if I showed you this. I don't know if I showed you this yesterday, but these are my butternut squash. And I planted those too from seed. I didn't spent 25 cents. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got 12 of them in the ground and more probably coming because I have some in the plant. I have some more seedlings that I have to plant out. So I'll see you back in the house and we'll have our discussion about seeds versus seedlings and my perspective. I was walking by minding my business and guess what? I got a surprise. Remember how I told you radishes come up within 20 to 30 days? I must have threw some in a bucket, right? This is a radish. I just put these out. And there are a whole bunch of them in here. So this one was the biggest one. I'm giving the other ones room to spread out. Yep. 20 to 30 days radish. And you can eat the leaves of radishes too. You don't just have to eat this. The leaves taste good too. So let's go inside. That's enough of me ranting. Well, I'm done. Had a surprise waiting for me out in the garden. I just pulled that out. Y'all saw me. So let's do inventory of what we do. We got our rooted asparagus planted, right? All of those, these are the ones from the seed that I put on top. So this is the one, roly-poly. This is the one that has 5 in it, or 7, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 1 there. And then these are the rooted asparagus on the bottom, right here. So I have 1, 2, 3 rooted asparagus. I took the asparagus sign and I put it in the top one since it's just seeds on the top. Then I have another asparagus that is rooted in here. So I'll put those out in the sun and I'll water them in with the rest of the stuff tomorrow morning. This is let's see. Red is for radish. Orange corn is the orange. And blue is for broccoli. Broccoli Rob. That's how my mind works. And I've got the cushaw down here in those planters. I'm gonna spread those out. I'm gonna sit them in the sun because seeds germinate quicker if they're warm. So it's about 80 degrees here. I'm actually sweating right now. You saw all the seedlings that I put in the ground. I mean, especially with string beans, they come up so quick. You turn around, or corn, all of it just comes up quick. Some seeds take longer than others, but I mean, you water and you're like, oh, what's in there? And then all of a sudden, all this green starts coming up. So I say that to say the seedlings that they're selling are expensive. If you can afford it, go ahead and do it. If you don't have the time, go ahead and do it. Get the seedlings. Unless you get with something like cabbage and all those one-offs where you just get 1 head of cabbage and then you don't get any more cabbage. You just get that 1 head. Not worth it. You're better off doing the seeds. But for everything else that has multiple harvests, like the ones I planted today, go ahead and buy the seedlings. But as you're going to pay for them, know that. I think they were like 5 something for 1 plant. I was flabbergasted. Appalled. Felt like I was being robbed. Price gouged. This stuff like this, 20 to 30 days of radish, right there. You can put it in a planter. You just saw me pull it out of a planter. You do not have to have a bunch of land. You can rotate your crops, and you don't have to put a bunch of stuff in the ground. Just put like 2 of each out there on your land, and let it grow, and then you don't have to spend as much money on groceries. And I'll tell you what, the stuff that I harvested last year from the little garden that I had on the side of the house tasted way better than all that supermarket stuff. I mean, it didn't, I was like, what have I been eating? Is that real food? Because it does not taste the same. Anyway, I hope this stuff helps you. And I hope you go ahead and get something in the ground. Just go get a pack of seeds. I mean, get with your favorite seed or your favorite vegetable and put it in the ground. They're 25 cents at the Dollar Tree. Put it in the ground and see if it works. And some people want to say you got to test your soil, and don't wait on that. Put it in the ground, and if it grows, it's going to grow. I mean, I've never tested my soil, knock on wood, and everything almost every year. Every year I got something. Every year. I just did the best I could. God is going to let things grow. If we could grow in this pollution, plants can grow too. Some of them, some of them won't survive, just like some people. Everybody's different. Every plant is different. But try. Anyway, I am not going to keep talking about this. I just hope you all listen and try to do the same things and slow and steady. That's my plan. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't go out there and plant 500 plants a day. I do what I can do that day. If I feel good that day, I put a whole bunch in the ground. If I don't feel good, I might put one or two. Some days I don't do anything. But I always go out there and I water them and I try to take care of them so that they stay alive. And I have always gotten something out of it. More than I expected. Most of the time. All of the time. I've always gotten more than I expected. I can't say most of the time. All of the time. So, this is Jamerica 5288. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. You know what I say? Dirty hands, clean money. Y'all take care. Bye.